This is my audience. According to HSI.org, since the 1986 ban, over 37,200 whales have been killed for commercial use. Whales are important to our ecological environment, and this brings huge damage to our environment. After doing research on whaling, I have become somewhat an expert on whaling, and the researches I have done have made me sure that whaling is a big problem and it needs to be solved. In order to preserve the dying species, make human beings more ethically sound, and stop the illegal industry chain, people really need to know the problems of whaling and how it should be stopped. Today, I will make sure that every one of you understands what is whaling and its current situation, the potential problems brought about by whaling, and how we should do to stop whaling. First, let's look at whaling. Whaling is the term for hunting for whales. It is practiced since the beginning of time. Whales have certainly offered meat for eating, and it remains a staple in some of the cultures, such as those in Alaska where the Eskimos live. However, it is important to see that whaling has taken place all over the world. Whaling has taken place all over the world, including the United States, Germany, and Iceland. Other parts of the whale are used to make oils and other products. There is a huge industry for this as well, which leads to commercialized whaling. Whaling has also become a sport in itself, with more advanced weapons and tools than in the past. Human beings have taken this adventure to a completely new level. As a result, there has been a drastic reduction in the numbers of the many species of whales. The problem with whaling are the potential extinction of some of the species, and the lack of a human way to hunt whales at sea, and a falling demand for whale meat and products. In 1986, the International Whaling Commission has issued a ban on commercial whaling, but Japan, Iceland, and Norway continued to count whales because of the loopholes in the ban. And that each year there are over 1,000 whales being killed, according to HSI.org. This has made many species on the endangered list. That means, and the means used by using harpoons to kill whales are cruel and inhumane. According to Science Learn, it is also not ethical to kill whales. Whaling would also lead to an illegal industry chain of products and whales made of whales. Whaling is a big issue that leads to many problems, and it is causing damage to both our environment and ourselves. It has a negative impact on us and the whales. In order to solve the problems of whaling, legislation is needed. The United States Marine Law has issued special animal protection acts, including Marine Mammal Protection Act and Endangered Species Act. Some countries have already put a stop to whaling. Like I mentioned before, the International Whaling Commission has placed a ban on whale killing on commercial whaling. In 2014, the United Nations ordered Japan to stop whaling near the Antarctica. As the whaling debate continues, more and more countries are issuing laws and taking actions to protect our marine mammal. There are also a lot of NGOs dedicated to the cause of the protection of whales. For example, Greenpeace has been campaigning against the commercial whaling for over 30 years. According to their website, activists they have put activists in front of harpoons, lobbyists at conventions, and scientists out on the ocean to protect the whales. They are also asking supporters to pledge a future vocation to Iceland, showing that the value of whale watching tourism to Iceland far exceeds the commercial value of whaling. One of the important means to stop whaling is showing the economic and environmental gain in choosing tourism over whaling. Another NGO named the NRDC also takes measures to stop whaling. They're doing this through pushing diplomatic sanctions and international rulings against Japan and Iceland. They also launched consumer campaigns to pressure U.S. companies to stop doing business with companies that benefit from the killing of whales. Some might argue that the actions taken by Greenpeace is too radical, such as putting activists in front of harpoons. But I would say that it is necessary to do this to stop whaling. And some might also argue that the consumer campaigns taken by NRDC violates the requirements of a free market. But I would also say that by showing people that tourism makes more money than whaling, it is not against the requirements of free market. Other than laws and NGO actions, we can also take steps to stop whaling and save whales. Don't you want your children or your grandchildren to see whales during whale watching? Don't you want your children to see whales happily greet you by popping out through the sea? Don't you want to see the whales spray water as if they are creating flowers over the ocean? Whales are the biggest animals on Earth, and they're cute. Whales are an important part of the ecological system, and they should be protected. According to Civil Post, 13 million people go whale watching each year, and it's a $2 billion business that doesn't require them to die. Now you see why it is important for us to stop whaling. Let's review why. Whaling is the term for whale hunting. Although there is a ban on commercial whaling, over 1,000 whales are killed each year still. And the problems brought about by whale killing includes an ethical problem and the potential extinction of some of the species of the whales, and also the illegal industrial chain on whale products. Our leaders have issued laws, and some NGOs have taken actions to stop whaling. For us, you can join those organizations such as World Wildlife Organization or Pacific Whale Foundation to be an activist. You can also donate money through some of the websites of the NGOs such as WDC. You can also volunteer your time to fly off to pass out flyers for NGOs, and you can also boycott the products produced by the companies who benefit from whale killing, and this will stop the demand and supply of the industrial chain. And I believe by doing this, it will make the earth a better place than before. Thank you. That's all.